Hello people, time for a dry box update. These have been in there now from 7th of January and they're just coming up to, you can see that in there, just coming up to 30%. Now I've had these covers off and on a few times now on each. That one's 33, that one is 30 and that one is 33. So what I did was I printed out an extra top part which I've got here so I can have fresh silica in that, and then just swap the top out, and I'll just put a little label on the top so I know what day I did it. And as for the filament in there, just passively dry. I didn't dry the filaments first, putting a factory seal roll straight in there. After about, well, overnight it would come down to around 15 and then just sit at 15 for, well, up to 3 weeks. And looking at what filaments I'm using, which is mainly PLA, I've got this little chart here and it says around 20 to 40% is alright for PLA. PETG is 15 to 30%, TPU 15 to 30, and nylon is 10 to 20, PVA is under 15, polycarbonate is 10 to 20. That's just going by these. I'll leave a link to that information if you want to see it. So I've got that fresh one there. I've got some extra silica gel, colour changing one from Amazon. This stuff. That was, how much was it? Oh, I've forgotten now. I've got it here somewhere. I think it was 12 or 13 pound for a kilo. And I've got some little mesh bags, supposed to be for fish tank filters, and they were £5 for 10 mesh bags. And then just top them up and then wedged them in there, so I can just swap that over now and dry out that stuff, replace it and do a mixture of the two. So as far as recharging the silica gels, I've had a look into that and it suggests I've got a baking tray and baking paper just to line that with. I'm going to try 4 for now. Baking them in the oven at 250 Fahrenheit, which is 121 centigrade, for 1 to 2 hours I suggest. So I'm going to bung them in for an hour and a half, and then I'll recharge one and see how long they last after that. Keep it updated. Get them in there for 1.5 hours. This is the spore holder that I damaged. I'm going to try and stick it into a dry box to have a freestanding one. I've put in here just a couple of 3mm screws and clips to the back of them there. What are they called? Threaded inserts. Let's try and use epoxy inside here, just in these bits here, to glue the threaded inserts in. I don't think it'll work. I can't see the metal brackets available anywhere, so if I can't find them to purchase, I'm going to have to bodge something up using a scrap bit of metal or find a bracket similar. Give this a go. Alright, so I've mixed that up, put it around the threaded inserts and filled those voids in there. Just going to line it up. Do that round bit in the middle now, and just leave it to dry. So, way around, I think. Right. That's more or less in the centre. That is in the centre. dead centre at the moment. I'm going to leave that to dry. Okay, so I've let that dry overnight, that way up, with it that way around. I've got to say, it does feel pretty solid. If I move it, it's the whole back's moving. It's showing up on camera. Whole back moving. So, I feel pretty confident that's going to take weight. If it does snap off, well, maybe I'll just glue the whole up to the back. Also printed a little bung for the end. The what's it fitting there? PTFE thing. To seal that up, I'm gonna seal this clock in with a bit of silicone around there. Do that now, and then hopefully it'll be well sealed. I might even print a TPU seal for the main surface. I don't think it really needs it, but we'll see if it improves it. Okay, so I printed the stand out as well, and I have sealed this hygrometer around there with just a bit of silicone glue. Let's get this ready. Tight fit in there. Right, so at the moment we're at 61% on that. Grab the filament. Which way around? That way around. Put that in there. All works. The top on now. There's the arrow in there. Up there. That's it. Goes on. And that goes in there like that. Yeah. Right, so we'll see how long it takes before that goes above 30 now. Obviously that'll come down overnight. And yeah. So that's good. The other one, this one, was a PETG carbon fibre. I dried this in filament dryer first and put it in there. So that's been in there for a couple of weeks now, and that's still at 16%. You can see that on there. So that'll probably sit at 16% until I either open it up or, yeah, it should just sit there like that. It is sealed. So the other thing is, if you're using the filament dryers and you want to print straight from a dryer, you can still do that. What I did was just disconnected the pipe from the fitting, put a plug in it, and then come straight out of the dryer into the guide tube, and that prints fine like that. There's no worries with that. And looking at the print quality, this was this is a mic stand, and this was done without drying the filament out first, and you can see there is quite a lot of you see that in there. It looks like fluff or hairs on it, but that is actually just string going on there. I've got a Benchy here which I printed with passively dried filament. Let's see that on there. That is crisp. There isn't any strings on that whatsoever. Makes such a big difference. I didn't think it'd make that much difference having dry filament, but it really does show up on the fine details, like with the bridging and that. So that's good. But all in all, I'd say it was worth it. But I did change this part out here because after moving the IFS up, these tubes were bent right over like that, so like almost 90 degrees. I thought that doesn't look good for that. That can't be good for resistance, pushing it through. So I've cut a bit of cardboard in there for now. I suppose you could use hardboard or something else, but I'm going to get another bit of acrylic laser to fit in there with this cut out, which is higher up to suit them. Well, that should be here. I've already ordered that online. Should be here in a couple of days. So yeah, that's the update for now. Thanks for watching.